Let's write a simple Node application that consumes a module that we're going to write locally. As you can see here, I have a folder called Quick Start within my desktop, and within it I have a single file called index.js. So you can see that I have that file opened in the editor and it's a blank file. You can also see here that at the terminal I am in the same location within my desktop in a folder called Quick Start. Now before we get started by writing the module and then using it from index.js, we're first going to write some metadata for the application. We do that using a package that is installed with Node, which is called npm. And this is writing in the wrong window. We're going to simply write it here at the console, and it's called npm init. And this guides you through a set of questions which generates the configuration data. I'm going to go here with the defaults for the name, the version. I will say testing modules use. For the description, I will use index as an entry point, no test command, no git repo, no keywords. For the author, I will write my name. For the license, I will enter MIT, and I will confirm that that is correct, the metadata. Now, if I list my files, you can see there that I have a file called package.json, and if we look at its contents, you can see that it's the same questions or the same data that we generated by answering the questions. If I show you the file system, you can see there the package.json. Now, let's go back to our editor, and the next step is to write the module that we will be using in the file or in the program index.js. In order to create a module, we simply use module.exports, which is part of the language. But before I do that, let me go ahead and save the file here is greeting.js. Inside of it, as I mentioned, I'm going to write module.exports. And to it, I'm going to assign a function. So when someone picks up this module, they will be getting this function here. And this function is simply going to write to the console a hello world. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and go back to index. And from here, we're going to make a reference to that module, and we're going to load it into a variable called greeting. The way we load that module is by using the keyword require and specifying the path to that file. In this case, as you saw, the file is local to the same directory, so we simply enter greeting.js. Now once we have a handle on that, we can go ahead and invoke that function by entering the name of the variable and invoking the function. So as you can see there, we have made a reference, we've written a module, we've made a reference to it, and we've gone ahead and invoked the function within it. So let's go ahead and save, move to debug, and go ahead and run this small little application. Let me go ahead and move to the debug console so you can see the output. And when I go ahead and run that, you can see here at the console that we get hello world. Now you can imagine that for programs that are large, you want to make heavy use of modules to clean up and organize the work that you're doing. And this in fact is the way in which Node applications are done. You break everything down into modules and then you reference them from a central file typically called index.js.